Welcome back to Market Pros, and here we have Bitcoin on the daily. All right, so first we're going to go over the chart layout so you can see what I am seeing, and then we will continue on to the analysis. So we have your moving averages here, 21 being your yellow, 50 being your red, 100 being your blue, and 200 being your purple. Next we have your volume, which is vertical. Then this VPVR here to your right is horizontal volume in a certain price level. Then we have your momentum oscillators, one being your RSI, another one being your MACD, and then we have a volatility measurement, which is your BBWP. Okay, so now you can see what I'm looking at. Let's continue on. By the way, if you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below, one being the Discord. A lot of good conversation about trading, crypto, investing, markets as a whole. We talk about these moves before they happen. We figure out this market collectively. Also, there is events every single week. Definitely stay tuned to those. Also, in the Discord, we share our trading strategies and our trades. Definitely join the Discord. It is the place to be. All right, so you did you at the bottom of this, or at the top of this move, you did have the 21 crossing your 50, and that's what brought us down into this overall range. We're just kind of going over a little summary of what happened since we're here on the daily. Then your moving averages pretty much flattened out. You were grinding out the top of this range. Then you had a false breakout. Nice big bull trap. Got front ran by the 100 and cracked back down below your 50 and your 21. So now you are resting below those. And we have not only fallen back into the smaller range, we have actually broken below that, and now we are back into the bigger range. Okay, so it's not looking too good right now. All your major moving averages are below each other, pretty leveled out right now. RSI did just enter the bearish control zone. Probably going to come back up, have a little bounce, maybe to the top of the bearish control zone and then continue down, possibly. You are finding resistance on the MACD 0 line right now, which usually is support and resistance. So if we do cross this signal line back to the downside, it's not going to look good for the medium-term time frames. Your positive momentum was pretty stable, but now it has fallen off a cliff. Okay, so and your BBWP, which measures volatility, has crossed its moving average and got above the 10 percentile. So that means the move is upon us. I mean, the big move is upon us, the one we've been waiting for. Is here. And I do expect this volatility to continue. I think the volatility has just begun. So I think it either sends us down to 15,500 or brings us back up to about 19,130, where this POC point of control and the VPVR is, and maybe even your 100 at about 18,650. Okay, that'd be the ultimate bullish case, somewhere in this zone right here. But that's the lesser probability right now, for real. Okay, so let's go down to the lower term time frames and let's talk about all that. So 21 year 50 are curling over right now on the 8-hour. RSI is in the bearish control zone. MACD just crossed your 0 line to the downside. That negative momentum is picking up on that histogram. BBWP is still expanding, so your volatility is still high. All right. Yeah, I mean, you got your 100 right above you at 16,825. Then you have your POC at 16,950. Okay, so those are the two levels that I'd be looking at for major resistance. Honestly, I really don't think we could get back above 16,800. And that's even if we get a bounce up to there. We started to get a bounce, and then it kind of failed, but we could have another try for it. Once we get down to the lower term time frames, you'll kind of see where a double bottom scenario could come into play. We'll see. 4-hour bearish control zone on the RSI, deep in the bearish control zone. MACD is starting to lose its downside curvature, but this could just, like I said, this could just be a bounce. Negative momentum is decreasing slightly on the histogram. BBWP is above its moving average, still in the upper zone. Looks like it's starting to contract a little bit, but that it's contracting as the price action's moving up, which makes me think this was a corrective move. Okay, now that doesn't mean that we can't bounce higher and get up to that 16,800 level, but like I said, I really don't see us getting past that. I mean, your 21's crossing your 100 right now. I mean, you got major resistance levels all above here. Your 200 and this VPVR level is sitting right at 16,800. So I could see us possibly getting a bounce up there, but honestly, I don't think it would get too much farther than that. Okay, so here on the 1 hour, all your moving averages are below each other except for your 100 and 200, but your 100 is curling over right now, deep in the bearish control zone above your signal line. Like I said, we could be getting that bounce, maybe up to the top of the bearish control zone. I mean, you got 16,800 is sitting at this VPVR level, so you could get a wick above that 21, come back up here, make everybody think we're breaking out of this short-term range, and then crack that back down into it. All right, so MACD, pretty good upside curvature, positive momentum is stable. That's kind of expected from a little range. Your oscillators are trying to reset. You know what I mean? And the more you go sideways, the more they're going to reset. The more they're going to gravitate towards their neutral zone and neutral median lines. BBWP is heading down, so your volatility is contracting right now. As you see, you are going sideways. Okay, so let's go over to here real quick. We'll talk about these order blocks now. 16,800, which is the level we were talking about, is right at the bottom of this order block right now. Okay, now let's go ahead and get rid of this. This was just something I was playing with. Stochastic are pointing to the upside, and let's see here, no divergences to be aware of, but like I said, I mean, that 16,800 level is right outside of this current range, so that could be your bull trap, that could be your false breakout and then crack back down, and then if we break 16,600, we're in trouble. We'll go back over the other chart and talk about the bullish and bearish case, but I just wanted you to see that order block real quick. Okay, so bullish case is that we break 17, basically 16,950. I'd even like to see 17K broke. If we break 17K, I could expect this to come all the way up to this 100, 17,400. If we break 17,400, 18K is back in the cards. Okay? But it's, 17K is really what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, 17K flat. So we'd have to break this 50 on I'd even like to see a 4-hour closure, but a 1-hour closure might even do it. Bearish case is that we break 16,600. If we break 16,600, 16K is the next stop. If we break 16K, anywhere from 15,500 to 15,800. More so 15,500, 15,600 would be what I'd be betting on. Okay, and that's basically what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Let's move on to Ethereum. If you guys like this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below. Join the damn Discord. Show some support in the bear market. Definitely like and subscribe. Turn on those bell notifications so you get notified every single day when I upload this time-sensitive content. All right, so here on Ethereum, we did break out of our red box. Like we were talking about, if we broke out of this red box, we were in trouble. Okay, now your 100 is going to cross your 200. Your major moving averages are all going to be below each other. Your RSI is in the bearish control zone, MACD. Pretty strong upside curvature. Your positive momentum's pretty stable right now. We could get a bounce. Could get the bounce. Like I said, if Bitcoin gets the bounce, we'll probably get the bounce too. Possibly up to 1195. Basically where you got some little market structure right here and a VPVR level, 1195. And that would probably bring us right to the top of the bearish control zone, which is a high level of resistance. And it would probably bring us right to the bottom, this low of the MACD, which would also be resistance. As your BBWP is falling, your price action's moving up, which makes me think this is a corrective move. Okay, I don't think we just bust off. I don't think this is a bear trap. I do think we go lower, but I think we could get a bounce first. We really didn't have much of a retest of this red box, so best case scenario would be 1212, the 50, actually, like, yeah, 1212. where the 50 in this VPVR level is. That'd be the best case scenario for me. Yeah, bullish case is that you break back into this red box, 1225. If you can get it to there, I think you go all the way to the POC, the 200 and the 100 at 1270, 1270. Okay, then if you break that, back up to the previous highs at 1350. But that's the very less likely scenario. Bearish case is pretty simple. You break 1165 on a 1 hour closure. 1 hour closure. I would even like to see a 4 hour, but a 1 hour closure would probably take you all the way back down to 1080. Okay, and yeah, I mean you break 1080, $1,000 first, and then probably lower, because that means Bitcoin's breaking down out of the 15,500 region. All right, let's move on to Solana. Here on Solana, you had your multi crossover right here. You were in the bearish control zone, your MACD was below the zero line, and your BBWP was expanding, which is one of our signals. If you do not understand this signal, go back and watch the video trade breakdown. I will go into depth about this signal, and you can copy it for your own. Okay, so being held down by the 21 the whole time, getting front ran, bearish control zone right now, so your momentum is still very much so to the downside. MACD is curling around. Positive momentum is pretty stable, trying to pick back up, but this kind of goes into the bounce scenario. Your BBWP is falling as the price action is going up, which makes me, once again, think this is a corrective move. Now, we got our range high. Well, yeah, I mean, you got your highs at 1247, where your 21 is. Solana could get a weak bounce here, possibly get a wick up, maybe to 1262. I really don't see us going too much past 1277, though. Maybe not even to the 50. I think we could get rejected from these wick lows down here. And that's if we even get up there. Basically, Solana is pretty clear cut. Bullish case is that you break the 50. $13. Nope, 1303. 1303, I would expect a rejection at 1360. Ultimately, I think we could probably get back up to about $14. That's the less likely scenario. Bearish case is that you break 1211 on a 1 hour closure. If that happens, all the way back down to $11, in my opinion. Okay? So that is my cases for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. I wish everyone well. Everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.